We're going to have a couple of hundred entrepreneurs here. You can see the cars out there lined up.
I was like selling rocks and selling lemonade stands. And so it kind of came out and I don't like bosses.
You did doors. She did door to door.
You did? That's
right.
amazing.
It is a great way to learn a skill on how to engage and how to interact with someone.
Choose in every day.
Oh, yeah.
Like every day. You can't just be like, I'm just not feeling it today.
Welcome to the X Room podcast. We're filming here at Club Paddock. You can see these cool cars behind us, and we're hosting an event today. We're going to have a couple of hundred entrepreneurs here. You can see the cars out there lined up coming in. Really excited to be here, and we're excited to be with my co-host, Maylee Nelson, extraordinaire, and we're honored to have Jen Yeo, with a great last name of Yeo, here with us today. Honored to be here.
Happy to be here, guys. Thank you.
I'm so excited to have you. We're going to dive right in. We don't have a ton of time. So let's get into the nitty gritty.
Got it.
What was the pivot point for you to say, I wanted to be an entrepreneur? I'm dying to hear this.
I think I was naturally an entrepreneur from a little kid. I was like selling rocks and selling lemonade stands. And so it kind of came out and I don't like bosses.
Like at a super young age.
Yeah. Really young. And so it was kind of just like, I have to do it. I started many businesses before I ended up here. And here I am.
There you are.
Yeah.
So my dad was a bookstore manager growing up for 40 years.
That's cool.
So if you can picture a bookstore manager,
Yep.
That was my dad.
Wow.
Literally.
That's cute.
And so we had 5 kids, and there was no going to my dad and saying, hey, can you give me allowance?
Yep.
And I encourage anyone. So I sold candies, I sold pencils, I sold anything I could get my hands on to my neighbors. I would go to every single, you did doors. She did door to door.
You did. That's
right.
amazing.
It is a great way to learn a skill on how to engage and how to interact with someone. Right?
Oh yeah. I started my career knocking doors.
You did?
Yep. And I would pick up listings in like 2010.
Oh, wow.
It was insane. And so I kind of started doing the exact same thing. And it was because you could learn how to communicate with people, interact with them, all of that stuff. There's great skills, like you said, John.
Yeah, 14-year-old standing on your door holding up pencils. It's hard to say no to people, right? Yeah, that skill of sales is like, I tell all young people, go sell something.
I love that you did that.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what it's all about.
Entrepreneurship.
And now you transitioned into real estate, and you have a real estate brokerage that does up to $1 billion in sales a year.
Yep.
All the way from starting with selling rocks and whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy how it works, but I think you develop so many characteristics that make you have this drive that you just didn't know you had, and you continue to push forward. I mean, you guys know the grit that it takes to be an entrepreneur. I mean, you get knocked down over and over and over again, but you have to keep believing in yourself. Like every time I get knocked down, not knocked out, sir, never actually happened to me. So that's not in my life. Knocked down. It's literally like, hey, wait, I've been through worse. I can get through this, and continue to stand back up and go, I'm going to, continue forward. So
tell us about a time you got knocked down.
Oh man, I've had so many. I mean, to be honest with you, I've started multiple businesses that failed. I started a mortgage company, failed. I started an insurance company, failed. I started a title company, failed. So, I don't claim that I'm this big, huge, massive success. I have one that's a great success. So, a lot of failures, a lot of like, you start to get in your head. And actually, I was speaking yesterday to a group, and it's like, to a group of high schoolers, their basketball team. And it was like, hey, you guys got to understand, stay out of your head. Your head's going to make you doubt yourself over and over and over again. But if you look at the proof, if the proof's in the pudding, hey, I've been a success here, keep pushing forward.
Success leaves clues.
Yeah.
Yeah. For some reason, what kept you going forward? Because after a failure, a lot of times people will say, well, I tried that. I'm not going to go back there. And then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, you decide to keep plowing forward, and you're persistent.
With my real estate company, I have a lot of people that believe in me. I mean, I've got 600 agents. And so when you get to that size, you almost have a lot of responsibility. You're like, I can't let them down and let myself down by not believing in myself or having a self-esteem complex. Like I got to hold this whole thing up. So I got to figure it out. And that's kind of how it's been through the years. It's like, all right, how do I figure this, struggle out in my business and just push forward? So,
Jeez.
Yeah.
One of the most resilient people I know
Definitely.
on the planet Earth.
Yep.
Like, what's the key? Like, you've done through serious hard stuff.
It's amazing.
though, right? You gotta smile. You gotta grit smile through it. Actually, Elon Musk says, somebody asked him like on a podcast recently, right? It was like, if you could give any advice to a young entrepreneur like that's really excited, how would you motivate them to keep going, to do it again if you failed, right? And he's like, oh yeah, being an entrepreneur is like chewing glass every day. Total. And I about, oh my, like spot on, right? Like,
Yeah.
oh, you literally have to like choose in every day.
Oh yeah.
Like every day. You can't just be like, I'm just not feeling it today.
I think especially your mom, I think about that story with your mom.
Yeah.
You could tell maybe a little bit about the situation you were in and what your mom did.
Yeah, so it was wild. So I was 11 years old, living in a religious cult, right? And didn't know how to read or write or math of any kind. And they just believed, right, that men had the stewardship over all women. And I have 22 siblings and 5 moms, right? And so we all know where this cult is going. I always say if you lived in Utah, then you probably did tell you, but no. Yeah. But right. And so it was an interesting like compound because I already knew who I was supposed to marry when I was 11.
Yeah.
Like I was already preordained. I was already there. I watched half my siblings already get married off. So I knew the path and where I was supposed to do was cooking and cleaning and making babies. And I always, like you, was very entrepreneurial. Like, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. So I knew that I one day obviously had to become an entrepreneur. I didn't know that that was even an option, obviously, when I was young. But my mom did. One night was a bunch of stuff went down, and when that happened, I mean, I watched it all go down. I'm just like, oh my gosh, and, we escaped that night, and we lived in the dirt for years.
Yeah.
And that to me though, she is such a superhuman,
For
right?
sure.
And I couldn't. For me, that's why I have to keep pushing forward. I have to keep going because why did she go through all that suffering?
Yeah.
If it wasn't to become something magical, right? Like that's why I'm for women in general, right? I'm just like, no, like you don't have to stay where you are.
Yeah. Well, and I was listening to something the other day that was like, in 3 generations, we're going to be forgotten. And in 3 generations, all our haters are going to be forgotten too. And so you have to get up every single day and do what you do for you, for only you. Who cares about the haters? Who cares about the people that actually support you too? It has to be for you. So if you get up every single day and you choose your path, you're going to get somewhere. But if you're sitting back going, oh man, this is hard and people hate me and they don't support me and you're stuck in that, you're never going to succeed. So I love that your mom was like, I got to figure this out for me.
What were the keys though? I think you've gone through. So first of all, that was super powerful. Thank you for sharing that.
Sure.
But what were the keys? Like you've been through failure in businesses. What do you think were the keys that helped you have so much success in what you're doing now with real estate?
Well, I definitely, I can't always take all the credit. I am a 100% owner of my company and I don't have partners, but I've got good people in my life too. And so in my business, I've had a lot of help and people that had better strengths than me. And, I definitely have my own weaknesses and trying to learn to develop those into strengths was kind of my way to be like, okay, I'm here, but I want to be there. And to get there, I really have to develop this certain skill, whatever it is, right? And figure it out. And even at my old age today, I'm still learning things. And it's like the other day I had to learn this new system and I was so mad. I'm like, I don't want to do this. And then I realized how many people do that in their life and then they'd give up. I don't really want to learn a new app or a new tech or a new system. They just kind of start to give up. Well, I have so many bigger goals that I can't have that thought for 1 second. It's like, I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it.
So what are those big goals?
It's like you taught those young people the other day. It's like it's in your mind.
Yeah, for sure.
It's between your ears.
Totally.
That's the challenge.
Absolutely.
It's not even all the list of things you have to do. It literally, if you have the right mindset, you can go do those things.
It's so true. And you almost have to be a little bit crazy. Like, I believe in me.
Oh yeah.
Really? Nobody else does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Some people around you might tell you that out of love too. Like, hey, you've now failed so many times. Don't do this, right? Don't go through another failure.
Don't embarrass yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to be like, I think I can do this. Believe it. So
that's so powerful.
Where are you headed? Like, what are some of the big goals you're headed for?
So right now, I think because I was so lucky to be able to have as many eyeballs as NBC can bring a company, it's important for me to scale and grow into other states. So we just took down Elko, Nevada, and Wendover and all of those areas. And so we've got a really great broker there. I'm starting to work on Idaho. I've got an Idaho broker. And so trying to grow outside of Utah, we became the second largest independent brokerage here in Utah. And I I think I've kind of tapped my market here and it's time to move on to other markets.
Yeah, I can definitely see that for you. That's amazing. We'll definitely support that. Right? Like you're an agent and you're like, oh my gosh, like I need to figure out a level up. Jen Yeo, I mean, she's so nice. But seriously, like you need a leader that can lead from the front and which can have a vision of where you're heading and no one's going to stop you.
Yeah.
Like so often leaders, because they don't believe in themselves and they let their people, their tribe dictate where the path is going.
For sure.
And I feel like that's a huge missing link between super successful people is just like, no, you as the leader actually have to be the person that says, this is my arrow. This is my true north and nothing's stopping me.
Absolutely.
Come with me or not.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
It is okay.
Yeah, that's okay. But I'm going there with or without you. Love you.
Exactly.
So parting remarks, Jen, what would you say to anyone watching this? They're on the journey, they're trying to figure it out, or they're going through tough times or whatever. Like, what would your best advice be to them?
Well, anything worth doing is worth doing 100%. So even if it feels like you're failing, man, I would bet 5 out of 7 days a week feels like a failure. But if you keep pushing through that, you're going to succeed. So, keep going. Don't give up on the hard days. Being an entrepreneur is not easy, but you are developing skills during the hard times that is going to get you to astronomical heights.
It's Winston Churchill, when you're going through hell,
Keep
going, right?
Going.
Amen to that. I think that's excellent advice. You're going through something, keep going, powering through. What a powerful message from you. Thanks, Jen. So
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Thank you for watching the podcast. This is the X Room podcast. We're so grateful to have you. Please give us a like. Right, a thumbs up, ring that bell, make sure you subscribe so that you can continue to keep learning from incredible entrepreneurs. Thank you for sharing your story. Jen is Sama, obviously. And welcome to Club Paddocks, too. Like, this has been such a fun vibe, right?
you can already hear it back here. It's getting
so fun.
freaking nutty.
I bet there's already over 100 people here. That's great.